Hi there, Taurus. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is a reading for you for the person on your mind. You may be in contact with this person at this time, or you may be in separation. So you figure it out. If the messages resonate, then they resonate. These are general readings, they may not. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and let's get into it. The way that this person's energy is coming out, Taurus, is somebody that doesn't have much to give. I feel like you're dealing with somebody that is kind of recognizing certain levels of inconsistency in their life, certain patterns in their life that they realize they have to drop and let go because they interfere with progress, with moving forward here. The way that this person is showing up, it's almost as if like we're also dealing with situations that have kind of manifested from childhood, like long-standing issues for this person. And this could also affect them financially. But I feel like this is something that is an energy where it's like it stops them. You also may be dealing with somebody that has a fair amount of depression or like, you know, mental health issues possibly. I feel here though that this person is very much in a place of not wanting to move forward or not wanting to try to make something happen because they know that they're not ready, they're not healed, they aren't shown. It's like they understand and accept that they don't quite have the progress under their belt to like do something here. And it feels like their energy is blocked right now, but it's them blocking themselves and it's intentional. I feel here for you guys, there's a deep amount of love that they have for you. This person is dealing with a situation where it's like they want stuff to change. They want to have a complete transformation, or they understand that the way that their life is dictating change is through a complete transformation here. I feel here that this is something that is held on to this person. It's like the way that they feel about you is very much close to their heart. They hold that close to them, and it's a deep amount of love. There's something here about the connection between you where it's like the love is spiritual. It's not just love, it's not just like, oh, I love that person. It's like you kind of bring a different level of like spiritual connectivity with this person, Taurus. And I feel like this is something that they can't forget, they don't get over, but also it's something that they hold in high reverence. And so they understand that to be part of your connection, to be part of a loving connection with you, they have to be better. And it feels like right now that that's what this person is working on. That's what this person is dealing with. I feel that this person has had a lot of false starts in their life, or perhaps even with you. Situations where it's like they promise something or they say something and it doesn't happen, or they only give so much of their attention to something and it doesn't happen. And here it's like they're recognizing that they have to be present within all of the inner workings of life and how they show up for themselves, but also for you, for everybody. And I feel right now they're recognizing, I don't have it in me, I'm not ready. And so in a way that's a really good place to be, just because it's a sense of self-awareness that a lot of people lack, that a lot of people don't choose to engage in because it's uncomfortable to see ourselves as the problem. Here, Taurus, it feels like this person is seeing themselves as somebody that has contributed to certain levels of downfall in your relationship, certain levels of disconnect in your relationship, over-promising, under-delivering. And I feel like even within that type of stuff, that is affecting them. So it's like we're at least dealing with somebody that's self-aware or becoming self-aware. At this time, it doesn't feel like they're approaching you, though. I feel like this person is putting a blockade up just because they recognize their patterns. This person recognizes their patterns of toxicity. This person recognizes where they are very selfish. Um, and it's restricting them. It's uncomfortable energy, but I like this energy just because it says somebody is aware, you know. I feel like this is also situations or like behavior. I want to say not situations, but behavior that they've held on to and they've kind of been part of for a really long time in their life. And it's almost as if like now is the opportunity to shake things up. Now is the opportunity to come out of this cocoon so we can become like the butterfly. You know, it's like there's a transformation needing to happen. But it's at their pace. It's at the way that they approach things. It doesn't happen through you. You may have been a catalyst for awareness within this situation, Taurus, but it feels here that like the love that you've shown this person and the spiritual connection that you've shown this person is something that kind of has put a microscope, like they put their life under a microscope now just because it's like they recognize how little they've been that, how little they've expressed that, how little they've shown up like that. I feel right now your position on this situation almost feels like I feel like you expect this person to come back, or you expect some sort of communication or some sort of like situation that would shake things up again. I feel here though, Taurus, it's your job to really be mindful on paying attention to how things didn't work, especially in the connection where it became topsy-turvy, where it became a lack of cohesion between two people. You know, we're almost like as if you're looking at a situation, you're like, am I wanting this person in my life anymore? You know, just because this person is going through a self-awareness and transformation period doesn't mean that you have to be present for it. It doesn't mean that you have to be, you know, part of that change for them, you know, moving forward. It feels here that for you to want to connect here again, it almost feels like you're going back to something that you know you intentionally released in your heart, or like you're on that precipice of release here. And it feels like you would be getting back on like a cycle with this person, or you'd be repeating patterns with this person where it's like you have the opportunity to move forward in a different direction and you're like, you know, you're weighing that up. And so I guess I just want to say, like, be mindful. Here, let's ask for one more. Yeah, be mindful about the emotions that you feel here. You know, the Nine of Cups showing up in reverse. This energy is talking about, I mean, it's a good card in reverse, upright or in reverse, but what I'm picking up here is like a lack of connection anymore with somebody, or like a lack of emotional connection here. It feels like the way that this person kind of like removed themselves, or the way that they like showed up, it seems like things started to diminish. And I feel that that's important to pay attention to, just because we don't want to continue to be breadcrumbed. We don't want to continue to be in experiences with people where it's like they can only show up a little bit, you know? And I feel like this person recognizes these patterns now. They recognize how selfish they are. But it's not just with you, it's within their life. And so it's like this person needs to address that in their life. But it's also important for you to pay attention to what you feel and how you may have felt very like not honored, not given the time and attention that you require to be in a situation that is healthy for you. Yeah, I feel here it's taken a bit of time for you. It's like to see the pattern. I feel like you're coming out of like a period of emotional mental confusion. I feel like this is a situation that you've had to kind of straddle and like be intentional in how it affects you, how it plays upon your heartstrings in a way. I feel here, Taurus, that it's been difficult for you to pick up the pieces in your own life and within this energy, but it's like you've had to have a certain sense of resilience or patience with yourself to move forward here. And I feel like you are moving forward, but it also feels like you're being pulled back, moving forward, pulled back. And so there's a certain level of like wanting, the way that I'm feeling this is like there's a certain underlying level of wanting to connect with this person in a way where it's like, well, I can still be your friend, I can still love you, I can, but then it's like, but to what degree, like having to look at yourself in regard to how much you show up in something, how much you allow yourself to be present in something, because like it's almost as if like you give an inch, they take a mile, and that just may be a pattern with this person. So just be aware of that, okay? um Pay attention to what works for you. I feel here that there may be a situation with this person moving forward where there may be like difficult communication about money, or there may be some sort of like, I guess, yeah, it just feels like a difficult situation about money, or them feeling like they didn't get what they wanted, or maybe you owe them. And I'm like, do you? Do you? So be aware of that, or like be consistent in, how do I want to say that? Be consistent in how you show up with the truth. Yeah, the truth. I feel here, Taurus, that you are, it's like recognizing that this situation, it's like if they can't have you, then they're going to like gripe about something. It's very strange because it's like this person recognizes their patterns, but then they fall back into their patterns here. And so that's something for them to learn. That's something for them to fix, but also it almost feels like it's financially tied to you in some way, or your family in some way. I feel that there's going to be some sort of like disconnect communication, but it's angry or frustrated. Um, this person needs, you both need to like go to your corners and do the things that you need to do to heal, but I think for different reasons. Put your guard up here, Taurus, and trust that the universe is showing you a new direction here, a new opportunity for your life and your own peace. I feel like you guys need a lot of healing, and you need to heal your hearts and also the mind. I feel like this has been a bit of a roller coaster for you, Taurus, and you're just like now getting your equilibrium here. You're taking the time for your own energy so that you can kind of come back and reintegrate with yourself, um, which is good. Yeah, I feel like this person, they're seeing their patterns, they're seeing how they're unhealthy, but also to do something about it and to change it is entirely different than just seeing it. And so it's like the mirror is being held up for them, which is good, but it's also uncomfortable. And you know, I would say expect some difficult communication with this person, especially if they are struggling with finances, or if there's some sort of like joint financial connection to you. Okay, so that's what I have to say. I love you guys. I hope this is helpful. Take care.